Hey, just a few days ago, I had a conversation with a friend of mine. He's American. And he complained about me being, in his opinion, too aggressive in the conversation. He said that every time he's discussing something with me, I has an opinion which I try to bring up and to counter argument his opinion, try to to argue with him, try to convince him in something. And he told me that comparing to me, he has another friend, also American one, who always, I quote his words, every time we find something to discuss, we start discussing that. And then if we find out that we have different opinions, we just switch to a different subject. And then we discuss something else. And then eventually we find something where we have the same opinion. And then we continue talking about that, about the topic which we agree about together. And that makes our conversation very comfortable. So his point was that I am not very comfortable in a discussion because I am not ready to switch to a different subject when we both understand that we have different opinions. And that situation, that conversation with a friend actually made me to conclude, to think in this direction, that it seems that strategically, if we talk about project management, talk about software teams, talk about management, which we have right now, we are trying to teach all of us, the teams, to collaborate. I recorded a number of videos about that where we discussed that collaboration versus competition and how the team, what is important for the team, to collaborate, to make people happy, to make people enjoy being in the team and staying in the team, versus encouraging people to actually to be more sort of aggressive in convincing other people in their opinions and in fighting for their own opinions and actually winning at some point, which means losing of other opinions. So if I win, then some other opinion loses actually. So we encourage software teams, we encourage people, we encourage managers right now to have teams which collaborate instead of fight against each other, instead of struggle over different opinions. They need to help each other, they need to collaborate, and so on and so forth. I think that by doing this, by promoting this strategy, by promoting this philosophy of decreasing the amount of conflicts through collaboration, we actually lose the skill of resolving conflicts constructively. So we, as my friend, my American friend, we start to feel negative emotions when we have conflicts. We start to run away from conflicts not because we are cowards. We don't have enough strength inside to stand in this conflict, but because we lose the skills. We don't know how to resolve these conflicts anymore. It's a skill. If you have different conflicts every time, if you have competition, if you, instead of collaborating, as many people say right now, instead of this, if we actually resolve problems every day, then you earn the skills to do that. And then your team and you yourself become stronger, and the productivity of the team and the results of the team actually become better, if people know how to constructively resolve conflicts. But if we try to, instead of that, if we try to decrease the degree of conflict in our team, then people lose this skill. And eventually you have people like my friend. Just stay away from me if you don't agree with me. We all have to agree about something. If we don't agree, it makes us uncomfortable, and we try to walk away from this situation. And that leads us to the society, to the community, to the world of one opinion. And if somebody disagrees with that opinion, we're going to ban that person, we're going to suspend the Twitter account of that person, we're going to terminate everything, we're going to shut up the voice of that person. We only want to have one opinion because we don't want to know what to do with different opinions. We lose the skills of resolving conflicts constructively. And that's why we are moving right now towards the world of one opinion. We're going to have one Wikipedia, which tells us the truth. We're going to have one science, which tells us the formal, the right scientific approach to different problems in life. We have one, government. We have one political system. We have one thing. Because we don't know what to do, when we have two things. We are afraid of resolving conflicts. So my point is that in your software teams, I suggest that you don't walk away from conflicts, but instead think about how you can constructively resolve them. What are your skills for that? Can you do that or not? Think about my friend, about his story. He's pretty mature guy, so he knows how to live his life. He has a lot of experience in software world, in building companies and working in companies, but he is scared of conflicts, which makes him, I think, less productive in professional life. Thanks for listening. Stay tuned. Bye-bye.